Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me. I am back. I'm home. I'm rested. As a matter of fact, I took yesterday off too. I didn't do, well, I worked out here yesterday and we got orders out, but I didn't do a video or anything. I just took the day off and did a little more resting. You know, when you go on vacation, you come back home, you got to rest from vacation. So we missed Make It Monday, Tag Along Tuesday, Winging It Wednesday, Journal Thursday. So we missed 4 videos this week. So what I'm going to do a video now, and this is going to be our Winging It Wednesday video, and I'm basing this off of Melina's challenge for last Thursday, and I will add her link below so you can go over and check out her video. I think she called it stacked collage strips inspired by Tim Holtz, I believe. Now a lot of us, I know, have got these little tiny pieces like this. I've got a whole little pocket full of them, and she showed how to use these and then use maybe some little Tim Holtz pieces to make beautiful collage stacked strips. Now you can use these strips for anything. You can use them on your journal page as a belly band. You can use them on the edge as a side tuck. You can use them this way. You can cut them in pieces and use them as little tabs. You can do lots of different things with these. It's a nice way to use these pieces up and then make something I think that's really pretty. So good idea, Melina and Tim Holtz. Okay, I'm going to start off with just some cardstock, and it's not real thick, but it's thick enough. You just need something for a base, so you can use anything that you have. And then we're just going to start putting some pieces down. Now I'm going to use my glue stick, and I'm just going to put some glue on these, and I'll start that way. And I'm going to try to do 3 of them at one time. Melina taped hers together. I'm not going to tape them together. I'm just going to go for it. You know me, I fly by the seat of my pants. I'm rogue. That's what she calls me. Mom, you're so rogue. So if I start at the top on one, I might go to the bottom on the other. Just use up some of these little pieces. Now, some of these I did cut, and then some of them were already like that. So I think you can use just about anything. I just made sure that some of mine had a straight edge, because I think Melina on hers, they had a straight edge as well. So now I might regret not taping these together or taping them down, because now I'm sticking to all of them, but we're gonna go with it. So use what you have in your stash and just start building up. Let's see what else we have. I've got some of these little pieces that came off of the edge of scrapbook paper, so we'll put those on there. I've got some little pieces of writing that came out of an old book, and I'm just grabbing through here. I don't think a lot about it. You probably should, but I don't. I don't want them real wide, you know. I want them pretty narrow, because I don't want to, I don't know, I just don't want it so wide that it's going to take up a large portion in case I want to cut it. I'm just going to tear a piece of that one off. Let's see. And you can put little tiny pieces down if you want. That one is not cut straight at all, but we're going to use it. Okay, let's go ahead and start up here on this one. Now anything that's hanging off, you can just trim them, because I'll trim mine in a minute. So don't worry about extra pieces being hanging off there. Now I should have done one at a time, but I'm just going to try to do all 3 of them. We'll see what happens. And I think she tried to keep them pretty straight across, so that when you get to the bottom, you know, you're not all crooked. We'll see what I do. Starting at the bottom seems like a little easier for me, but we'll get it done. So how are you guys? What's everybody been doing since I've been gone? I answered quite a few emails, but then I still have some that probably I haven't answered, so just hang loose. I'm doing it as fast as I can. That one I don't think was cut straight, but we're going to use it anyway. And I just use my little ruler to tear them. I don't put it on my trimmer. Figure that's good enough. Now it looks kind of like a mess right now, doesn't it? But we'll get it. Ooh, there's a piece of vellum. Is that going to work? Oh, yes it is. Let me push it up a little bit. Come on. Let's see. More glue. So I saw this on Melina's channel, and I don't do all of her challenges, just like I don't do all of Rachel's, because usually I'm pretty busy with other things. But when I saw this challenge, I thought, yep, I need to do that, because I've got lots of those little pieces. Lots and lots of them. I'm just going to try to trim this one pretty straight. It looked like it was really crooked. And let's see. Yeah, look at that there. And you could always stitch across these if you wanted to later on. Lots of different things you can do. Alrighty. So we had a really good time. They had us singing over there, so on Sunday they was busy, but then we had the rest of the week that we just kind of relaxed. And well, the rest of the week we came home Wednesday afternoon, but we just kind of relaxed and just done whatever we wanted to do. Ate and ate and ate. And just enjoyed being there and being together. It was a lot of fun, and I got lots of rest. Now, I won't say that I rested a lot at night, because my little Brooklyn slept with me, and bless her heart, that little girl, she fights and boxes during the night, and she sleeps. She's a little boxer. So she smacked me in the face a few times. I said, Brooklyn, do you remember hitting me last night in the face? And she's like, no, I don't remember that, Nene. She never remembers what she does the next morning, but she boxes all night long. Now, I'm not even worried about getting a little glue on top of some of these others, because it'll dry, so I'm not going to worry about that. Let's see. I think I want a little bit of blue right there. And like I said, I'm not taking a lot of time with this. You can take lots more time with it and probably make them very, very beautiful. I'm just putting some pieces down, and then when we finish this, what we'll do is we'll go back and we will embellish on top of them. But I love being able to use up all my little pieces here. Just making that a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to trim that side to kind of get it a little bit even. And we shall put that right there, I think. There we go. Hopefully I'm going straight-ish on that. Let's see. What else have we not used over here? We need one more little piece right there. That's it. Just the right size. Now we'll finish these two, and then we will trim them and then do some embellishing. The embellishing is the fun part. That's where everything comes together. Let's go ahead and trim this. And I just cut. I don't worry about getting it perfect. You don't have to worry about that. There we go. Let's see what else we've got here that we haven't used, maybe. You can even use some of your washi if you want to do that. Let's use a little piece of this washi. This is that faux washi that we made for one of our kits. I don't remember which one, but this is available over on our blog as a free download. See if I can get it cut straightish. And this one I think is on, yeah, this one's on sticker paper, so we can use that. And just a few more. We'll have this guy finished. Oh, there's another little piece of vellum. See, I don't throw away any of that vellum. Oh, it's not hardly long enough. I'm going to use it anyway, though. And then I do have just a couple of tickets laying here. And I'm going to put them, I know they're going sideways, but I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. Those won't work, though. Maybe one of these little, this is a little Tim Holtz piece that I actually cut in half. So we shall use it. And then I'm just going to trim a little piece of this off. And I'm going to use it right in there, I think. Probably needs to be a little bit smaller. There we go. Alright, so we've got those covered, and see, that took no time, and I used up a lot of little scraps. Now, any of these little scraps that are big enough to go across another piece of paper like this, and I'll tell you, I cut these at 1 3/4 by 8 1/2, I believe. I think that's the size I cut mine, but you could make them any size, any width that you want. I like trimming them and then looking and see what you got. Look at that. Looks so different once you get it trimmed. Now this one, that one piece is actually big enough to go all the way across, so we'll save it. These other ones are just little scraps that we'll toss. I'll bring my little box over this time and see if I can keep from making such a big mess. Now, I don't worry about the color of the cardstock because this is going to be down on my page. So therefore, I'm not going to have to worry about the back being seen. Look at that. Cool. Alright, let's trim this one. Now, see what a mess it looks like? Let's trim it. This one's going to have quite a few that we can use again, like that one. And that piece will be used again. Now, if you want to cut them off in the beginning to the exact size, you can do that. I think Melina did hers, but I like to just lay them down and trim them. I like how it looks when you finish. And then you can get that little bit of a surprise when you cut it off, when you trim it. So there's that one. I like those. I'm going to clean the little bit of glue off of my mat that I got on there. There we go. Now we can embellish these. And see, I've got enough of these little pieces that I can do many, many more. And I will. But right now, let's embellish the ones that we have. Now, I was looking at some of my pieces and things that I could use for embellishments. And these little flowers that we had in the shop a few months ago, you know, they're too small to really put on a card or anything like that. But they're ideal for something like this. Isn't that pretty? So I just kind of skip around and put them here and there. No rhyme or reason as to what I do. There we go. I like to put them on a light color so it can be seen. And I think one more on this one. Okay, so that has got that. And then I went through some of my little Tim Holtz pieces, the little tiny pieces that most of the time I don't know what to do with. You guys might, but for me, sometimes I don't. Like this little piece. I will use it on here. I think I'm going to put it right across there on that one. And get it as straight as I can. Then I'll trim this side off. And then I'll put it on another one. This little piece right here got a little crooked, so I'll put it there and straighten that out. So that's got that one. And then I know we all have extra little pieces here and there. That one's a little bit big. We won't use that one in there. Like these little tiny pieces, you know, they're hard to use on a tag or something like that, but on something like this, they'll be fantastic. Let's see, where shall we put this? Oh, right there it'll show up good. Let's do that. If I can hold on to it. It is teeny tiny. So what I did was just pull out a few of my little tiny pieces that I had that I haven't used on anything else, because I was, you know, kind of saving them back thinking, what am I going to do with that? And this is the perfect way to use them up. Smile on that. Now I don't remember if Melina put some of these little things on hers or not, but I thought I would just to use some of my little tiny pieces up. You see down in the bottom of this, let me see if I can get down to the bottom, like there, I have a lot of little tiny pieces, and I want to get those used. I do use some of them on my tags and things, but then, you know, you have so many when you buy one of those little packs that we have. You end up with so many. It's hard to use them all, isn't it? Oh, let's put that one over there on that side. Okay. And then sometimes I like to put a little stamp somewhere on there. Find the right place. Not sure that one's going to work. Let's lay that one aside and we'll try something else. Okay, there's a little circle. Sometimes those are kind of hard to use. But when you're putting them on something like this, they're not. Another little tiny square. Let's see, I think we need something maybe right up here. Just helps join everything together. I got a little piece sticking up there. Let's glue that. Yeah, I think that one's going to be, we're going to call that one finished. Other than, I do like to ink around them. You don't have to do that. It's not something you need to do. If you wanted to stitch, you could stitch around it or stitch down the middle. Okay, we're going to call that one finished. I love that. You could also add lace to them, Oof, just think what lace would look like on there. That would be pretty. Let's see, I've got some of these little green ones, so maybe a little green one down here at the bottom. If I can see which way it goes. Let's see, I think it goes that way. Now, I haven't watched Tim Holtz. I don't know exactly what he does with his, but this is just my interpretation. Okay. And let's see. I think we may call that one finished. I like that. I don't think it needs anything else other than inking. Oops, I got another piece right there. It's not sticking down. I didn't put enough glue under that, I don't think. Okay. And I can always add more to them if I start to put them in a journal and I feel like they need a little bit more. I can always add more then if I want to. Let's see. I think I might add that up there. There we go. I'm liking those. So let me find my other one. What did I do with it? And there's this one I made a lot longer. I didn't cut it down. These are cut down to the size of a journal page, but there again, you can make them as long or as short as you want. But I think those are neat. What do you think? Do you like them? You want to use up some of your little pieces? Then drag them out, cut you a couple of strips like this, and start making them. Pretend this is your journal page. You can put it like that. Put it in the middle for a belly band, side for a side tuck this way, or you can just cut strips off of them and use them as little tabs. Alright guys, that is the video. Short and sweet, I hope. I will link Melina's video below. You guys make sure that you go over and check that out. And we will talk to you later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.